So I bought this off of eBay the other day, and this is how it came. Yeah, it's ripped open. But for $3, it's not a bad price. And you know what? I'm building it anyways. I bought this just for the Green Ranger alone. So yeah, we're getting started again. Here we go. But yeah, sometimes when you buy things off of eBay, you gotta be careful because just because it's a good price doesn't mean it's gonna be in good condition. And if I was collecting the box, well, you know how that goes. We would not have been happy, but I'm not a box collector, especially with Lego stuff. But I truly bought this just for this Green Ranger alone because I have the other Green Ranger, the one without the shield. When I found out this bike had the one with the shield, I had to get it to get a complete set. Unfortunately, again, no one made the Pink Ranger, not even a bike. I'm not sure what's with Forever Clever, but they don't like the Pink Ranger, I think. Maybe because she's a girl, and in the Sentai show, it's the only female, so they could do the Yellow Ranger, but couldn't do the Pink Ranger. I don't know, I'm just kidding around. Whatever the case is I really wish they would have made one, because now I have an incomplete Power Ranger set again. You know, I have all the other 6 Rangers, but they're missing the 7th Pink Ranger. Kind of sucks. Maybe somebody that can 3D print me one that looks just like these Forever Clever Power Rangers. That'd be awesome with a little pterodactyl symbol in the chest. I would have a complete set. Or maybe I could find one on eBay. I'm going to be looking around on eBay for one. But if you have a friend that does 3D printing that can print me out one for a few dollars, let me know. And yeah, I'll contact him and see what he can do. I think it'd be amazing to have a full set of these little Lego Power Rangers. So on a different note, I am very sick today. I don't know what I caught, where I caught it from, but maybe I should have built this when I wasn't sick and filmed it too. But this bike was being a pain in my ass, and yes, I said ass. Let's just say I was trying to put this together 3,000 times. I felt like every time I got it so far, it started falling apart on me. This was probably the second to the worst build I've ever done with these Forever Clever builds. And I don't know why, but every time I read the box, I always want to say Forever Clover. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm hoping for good luck or something. And stay tuned for after the build because we're going to get into some really interesting stuff about how to customize your Megazord and Dragonzord from Forever Clever and how to customize your Black Ranger helmet to make it look a lot better than it does out of the box because that helmet pissed me off, guys. I mean, I got the Megazord one just to get a complete set of the other Rangers, right? That has the emblems because I picked up the Dragonzord. The Dragonzord had the Black Ranger with that perfect helmet it looked like on the box, but in reality, it sucked. It was just as bad as the original one from the Mastodon build. So if you got this far in the video, put down the word Mario in the comments. Yes, Mario, like Super Mario Brothers. I know it's not Power Rangers, I know it's not a Power Ranger game, but you know what? Speaking of Power Ranger games, I can't wait for the new Power Ranger game to hit. Rita's Rewind, I think it was called. Man, that game looks awesome. A beat 'em up where you can actually use the Zords and you're playing with all the Rangers. Man, that game, I cannot wait for. I'm going to buy it. Even if I don't play it immediately, I'm going to buy it. I will live stream it. I am a busy person. I work 2 jobs. I do YouTube. It's a life. Everybody has their lifestyles. And my lifestyle is busy, 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 go, go, go. So anytime I have a chance, like today, I'm not feeling good, but I still did a video because I wanted to get this video up, out, and rolling. So this build is almost complete. And yes, it is a pain. Like I keep saying, it is a pain. So I suggest anybody that buys these, be prepared to get angry. I don't care if it's this build or one of the other builds from Forever Clever. I'm sure all their construction sets are just as much as a pain as these Power Ranger ones are. I don't know if there's any other company that make construction sets like this besides Lego and Forever Clever. I'm not talking about like Mega Blocks. We know about Mega Blocks. We know about Duplos. That is also just Legos in a bigger form. I'm talking about like off brands that I don't know about. If you guys know any other off brands that does Power Rangers or Ninja Turtles or something, leave a comment down below and let me know. Now that we're done with the Green Ranger bike, we're going to zoom in and we're going to take a closer look at the Dragonzord and Megazord. And we're going to talk about how to modify them to make them look better. And I did a little bit of modification on these and a little modification on this Black Ranger. So let's zoom in and we can take a closer look. What did I do to modify this? Well, we're going to start with Saber-Tooth Tiger. I have these 2 little black dots on each side of the gun. And as you see from a distance, it looks really good. It looks like just like the toy. On this side, I added the 2 black dots underneath the gun. That's the only place I could add them, and that actually makes it look more like the Troy too. These guys are on ball joints. This whole head moves right here, and this one too. Now, what is the point of this? Why am I bringing this up? Because they could have done something really cool with this guy, They could have took this saber-tooth tiger, and as you see, let me get him on focus. As you see, he's on a ball joint. He can move his head up and down. These legs move. They could have theoretically have it bent like that and make it his leg. Like I said, these heads are exactly the same. Unfortunately, because of this piece right here, it doesn't work out. So they could have done something really cool with the Triceratops and the saber-tooth tiger, but they bypassed it. What else could be fixed on this? Well, actually, I think the chest plate looks really good. It's a little cheesy, but it looks really good. This side with the shield looks decent. It's got the right colors. Looks like he's holding it in his hand. They could have added a little trunk, but they didn't. There's a piece, so I could probably add it, a little piece right there. Unfortunately, they didn't. The pads here are a little bigger than they should be, but it's okay. The head, I added that little black piece right there to make it look a little closer. But the head is the biggest thing on this that could be fixed. A real big thing. Really irritates me. And the other thing is, what is going on here? Why? Why did they do that? Why didn't they just mimic this? They could mimic it and just call it a day. I think I'm being sick, guys. Sorry about my voice. Sorry about this whole thing. Sorry about the heater that's right next to me because it's cold. It is October. I live in Washington. Um, but the backside, not bad. They could have put a tail on him or something, just something really cool. The guns look okay. Um, these do come off, and I'm going to talk about that here in a second. I think Forever Clever had a cool idea with this, and they could have done a lot better. So let's move on to the Dragon Zord now, and we're going to talk about the Dragon Zord because that one's interesting. Let's talk about the Dragon Zord. So what did I do to this to modify it a little bit? So I shrunk the head. Now all these pieces are exactly the same pieces as you notice. The stickers are still on here. Well, how did I do that? Well, I literally took this piece. It was up here, and I moved it down because it had a little ledge. So I said, you know what? I'll do that. I took a piece or two away from the top, and I moved the head back. There's a piece actually missing from the head on the side. Um, you can't see it because I covered it up, but there's a piece that made it go out more. And I took that away. Um, the other thing about the Dragon Zord is these legs need to be thicker. This way, in the length, the width should have been thicker a little bit. So I think if you had two Dragon Zord models, you could probably make the legs thicker the way they should be, and it would probably look better. Um, the feet, not bad. Now again, this is on a ball joint too, so if you wanted to pop these off and put the Saber-Tooth Tiger and the Tyrannosaurus from the Megazord on here, you'd have something close to the battle mode. Not really, but close. The other thing is, let's turn this guy around and hopefully he doesn't fall apart or break. Um, they have these little peg things here. So look, he falls down really easy because his legs are like loose and nothing. Have these little peg things here. I don't know. You know what? I'll just do that so you can see them. So it looks like they're planning on taking this. So you can take that off and turn it into Dragon Zord in battle mode. Like I said, if you put the Saber-Tooth Tiger and the Tyrannosaurus legs on it, and you could take this whole chest plate off, it'd be awesome. Close the arms, because the arms do bend in a little bit. Now, that's something else we got to talk about. So the design of these are horrible, because the hands should be underneath here, but they're not. And they have pegs here, so you could probably put the yellow pieces here like they're supposed to be, and try to find a way to connect it underneath here. Unfortunately, during the build, I super glued these here without thinking about it. So the other thing you could probably do is take this piece, the ball joint piece, and put it this way and have it facing the opposite way. Because these things do, you know, go all the way around like this. I mean, they do bend. They do have a lot of articulation. I am going to be taking this apart at one point to super glue it all together because it really bugs me. Like this little piece back here. I don't even know what this piece is for, but it keeps falling off every time I'm trying to mess with it. Um, so yeah, the Dragon Zord has a lot of issues that could be fixed. But like I said, the biggest one for me was this right here. Now this doesn't move no more because of how I have it together, but this looks more right anyways with the mouth kind of open. So yeah, basically it's the legs, the arms and the head need to be fixed. Now, let's talk about some other modifications. I'm just going to put that to the side. So the Black Ranger here, as you notice, probably looks a little bit better to you guys. So I colored in the helmet more black because this whole gray thing was irritating to me. So that's what I did. I modified the helmet where it was more black, more correct. Still not correct because it should be black and gray right here, but it is what it is. Let's talk about the bike. The bike is interesting. Uh, there's this little piece right in there, that little round piece right there. I had to sand down to get it to connect right. And then I super glued it because nothing was holding in place. So this whole piece is actually super glued, every little piece of it. So there is no way to actually get it to fall apart unless I throw it and really want to break it. I added this piece right here because this piece was just loose and I said screw it. You know, you're never going to get this Green Ranger to hold the handlebars anyways, so whatever. It's kind of a bad design for these guys. I mean, you can literally have him hold it. There's no way he's going to actually get on it. So, yeah, now let's take a look at the two Green Rangers and see how they compare. So let's take a look for 1-to-1 for the helmet. And the helmets look identical. I was expecting that. So this one has the emblem, like the old-fashioned toys, the flip heads, and this one has the dragon shield. The belt buckles are different. That belt buckle is different, actually, compared to that one. So there are two different belt buckles. Interesting. So let's talk about what is the plan with these forever clever Power Rangers slash Zords. What am I going to do with it? So originally I was going to keep this Dragon Zord and then get rid of the Megazord. Well, believe it or not, I prefer the Megazord over the Dragon Zord in this case. These little Power Rangers, I'm going to keep all three of these JDF figures. I'm going to keep the set of the emblem ones. And for these Zords here, I think this is probably the best looking one of them all. I'm going to super glue these shut, all of them, and give them to my kids to let them play with. The Dragon Zord, man, I tell you, it's kind of a hard toss because I think it was kind of fun to build, but it's so unstable. So what I'm going to do is probably super glue it and see how it works out. Maybe I can figure out something better with the arms. If I can make the arms look better as I'm super gluing this, I might keep it. Might. Or I might just super glue it and give it to my kids. I'm not going to get rid of the Legos in my house. I'm just going to probably give them to my kids. So let me know what you think about this bike build. Oh yeah, one last thing I forgot to tell you guys is I had to super glue this shut. But did I already tell you guys that? I don't remember. Let me know in the comments if I already told you I had to super glue this, but yeah, it was a pain in the ass. It didn't fit right, but as now it's all together like an actual bullet. So thanks for watching. You might like this video over here. Go check it out. Peace.